I had to remake this video because I started crying. So, about Black people not marching, and I seen a comment on another creator's page about we all have a stake in this. Okay, listen. For the people who are marching, 92% of Black women showed up at the polls on November 5th. And 80% of Black men showed up at the poll because we asked them to. And sometimes we begged them to, because we believed that Kamala had an ear that would listen to us as people. Was she perfect? No. But she was the best choice for America. She was the best choice for women. She was the best choice for people of color. She was the best choice for the poor. Because nobody really listened to what Donald Trump said, right? Y'all heard him, but you didn't listen. Because now some of you are shocked at what he's doing, but he said it the entire time. So, if Black people were to go out on April 5th and march with you, it would be an excuse for them to declare martial law, right? Doesn't matter if the Hispanics do it. Doesn't matter if the Latinos do it. Doesn't matter if the Asians do it. It only matters if we do it. If we show up in mass numbers. And then you will understand what he's really trying to do. Okay? So once again, Black people are protecting you. And y'all just need to ride with it, because we are right. We were right before and we're right now.
I just saw a protest where the police arrested some Black people in Philadelphia, and it pissed me off because I knew it was coming. That's why I haven't done it. I wanted to so badly, but I've been doing it a different way by calling Congress every day. And you can do it as well. Make your voices be heard. All you got to do is download 5 Calls a Day, or go online to 5calls.org, and it gives you quick scripts and the phone numbers of your reps and senators so you can give them a piece of your mind. If millions of us call, they cannot drown us out. I'm going to keep fucking saying it. We have to get into good trouble, and that's an easy way we can do it without putting our bodies and freedom on the line. Keep on fighting, y'all. It's a good fight.
Is this a police state? Is this like martial law? What is Trump's new executive order really going to mean? Now, Trump signed this order yesterday. It is called Strengthening and Unleashing America's Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Civilians. This is terrifying to me. In summary, he declares that the military, the police, and ICE shall be unleashed into the streets of America to root out anything declared as crime. It says they will be shielded from liability for their actions by the Department of Justice. To me, that sounds like they can ignore laws and rights without repercussions. Do they need warrants? Do they need probable cause anymore? I really don't know. The next part says that state and local officials will be held accountable for obstructing Trump's idea of justice. What does that mean? Will judges be prosecuted for issuing verdicts Trump doesn't like? Then it says that within 90 days, the military is to be used to prevent crime. So the military will be carrying out the law, shielded from liability, and state officials cannot stand in their way. Please, can someone explain to me how this differs from martial law?
They want to implement martial law on us so bad. Boom! That's what it is. Because even with the whole segregation bit, that's really for the bathrooms and for the LGBTQIA+ and the trans, because the bathrooms are still technically segregated. So they want to be able to keep that. They want to be able to say men only, women only. I said that in my earlier video. I said Spirit came and told me that this is not even really about Black people. The civil rights laws are still in effect. They ain't gonna say, they can't racially discriminate against us in that way. Some people might try it, but the fact that they keep trying to get us out there to march is very, very alarming, because the only way you can act martial law is through civil unrest. And they don't really be out there. When the clear folk get out there and march, we don't see nothing about it it on the news. We don't hear nothing about it. The propaganda machine ain't rolling. They're not talking about it all day and night for 40 days and 40 nights. We don't hear nothing. But if we go out there, that's when they're going to start beating us down, dragging us, tear gassing us, trying to invoke violence. I'm telling y'all, it is by design. This man, if he is successfully dismantles the system, we just going to call it the system, he said it ain't going to be no more elections after this. So we got to pay attention to what he's trying to do. If martial law happens, we're going to be literally in a dictatorship. I'm telling y'all, he's trying to tear it down the same way that Hitler did. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? It's way bigger than this. That's why we black people, black Americans specifically, need to sit this out. We cannot keep allowing them to energy harvest off of us. And I'm so grateful that all of us collectively, nothing even happened. We didn't even send out a flag, a kite, or nothing. It's like we're all vibrationally on the same wave, a lot of us. We literally are like sending beams to each other, like, sit your ass down, don't respond, don't react, this ain't your fight. We are literally collectively on one accord, and this is beautiful to see, and I'm just so excited to see what else we can actually accomplish.
Donald Trump just passed 2 major executive orders on April 29th, and nobody is talking about them. Nobody whatsoever is talking about these 2 major executive orders that Donald Trump passed on April 29th. First, he dropped the executive order that supercharges federal law enforcement. Pay attention. It calls for Homeland Security and even the military to use resources to back the police. Remember, a couple weeks ago, people was talking about martial law? Pay attention. The feds can now go after local officials if they impede law enforcement. That's a big shift, man. Pay attention. This executive order gives federal law enforcement more power than ever. Is this an attempt for him to see how far he can extend his reach and try to push martial law? We don't know nothing. Nobody talking about it. Seems like nobody's paying attention. We have to pay attention to what's going on around us. With all these executive orders, we don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. Pay attention.
So this executive order does 3 main things. One is aiming to increase the presence of National Guard, military officials, and federal police agencies within local jurisdictions, which actually already happens. So just want to point that out. It also aims to make it more difficult to hold law enforcement officers accountable for police misconduct, mentioning things like giving them free legal aid, but that's also something that they already do. Police unions already provide police officers with legal representation and support, and that's been happening for decades. And then it also talks about increased prosecution, especially about crimes when it comes to police officers. But there's already laws on the books of places like here in Tennessee and other states that provide an enhancement charge for people who are accused of committing a crime against a police officer or a first responder. So basically, it's just an executive order talking about things that are already happening.
Did you catch that? Trump is saying tonight, the black citizens of America want safer communities. That the black community is begging for martial law. Take a look. I just uploaded the video. They haven't even participated in protests, and they're being, whatever the word is. On the side note, don't fall for anyone that is just not at your level.